The conflict between the Persians of the Yellow River Basin and the Mauryans, now more properly the heirs of Ashok Khan, most commonly known as the Mongol successors of the last true Mauryan king, continued for centuries. While no official war was declared in the twilight centuries of the Oghur or Ghana Empire's BCE reckoning, most military historians are cautious not to brush over the tense and large-scale maneuvering of armies and skirmishes that occurred over the centuries during the so-called times of peace. While the heartlands of the Mongol Empire were prosperous, far more prosperous and peaceful than the latter reigns of the Mauryan kings, the borderlands were rife with battles, plundering, and opportunities for the lauded generals to engage in strategy on a grand scale. Most military historians point to two key border skirmishes that impacted the destiny of both great competing empires. The most well-known is the Battle of Marfek, or Mongolia, where the steady decline of the Samnaya elephants to the more easily replenishable Mongol horses began, but little cited until recent research illuminated those centuries is the Great Skirmish of Talitha. It was here that the Persians prodded and tested the defenses and military readiness of these new Mongol Khans. However, in this encounter, the Persians overreached, not consolidating their forces and allowing for the quick-thinking Mongol general to take advantage of the quick-moving war elephants to blockade the fortifications and supply lines out of the Persian city of Nineveh and prevent the necessary reinforcements by the formidable Persian immortals. While the Achaemenid kings learned their lesson from this defeat, continuing to test the border and forcing retreats up until the Battle of Mongolia, many consider this a grievous lost opportunity by the Achaemenid Persians to have destroyed the revered and experienced Samnaya banners. Some scholars of the Great Skirmish of Talitha posit that the curious ancient Persian proverb, which roughly translates to "the door to success is barred by the elephant's cheeks," originated from members of the Achaemenid court critical of key Persian generals. Passage from the treatise Gaprabhutva Jampudvipa by Arig Turns. Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to our Humankind Forging India miniseries. As always, I am extremely excited to see how our story unfolds, how our history unfolds before our very eyes, as war with the Achaemenid Persians seems almost inevitable this session. Truth be told, I was kind of hoping that the Achaemenid Persians would sit back and relax a little, realize that they've been defeated over and over again, and that would give us the opportunity to maybe crush instead some of the Goths, maybe chase war against the Poles, no longer the Aztecs, and maybe even, seek out a border with the Norsemen. But unfortunately, this constant harassment, this constant yearning, and I assume hunger for some of our outposts over here means that we can't just ignore the threat of the Achaemenid Persians. I call them a threat, but they're more like a nuisance, a mosquito that keeps biting away at us and just bothering us, and we just want to kind of crush them. Now, some of you were suggesting that we hold off on said crushing, maybe wait until the next era, until we have access to gunpowder, for example, and then we could make their crushing more complete, more total, perhaps. I think the intent there, if I understood the comment correctly, and if I recall it exactly right, or I might be blending a couple together, but I believe the intent was that the next war might hopefully be the one where we're finally able to vassalize the Achaemenid Persians by accumulating enough war score. So let me give a quick explanation, actually, as to why I don't think that'll be possible, because the thought is good. However, I feel like these guys are still just a little bit too big. The way vassalage works in this game is you have to have enough war score at the end of the war, with a maximum of 200, and the amount of war score you need to make your target into a vassal is determined by the size of your target's empire. So the Achaemenid Persians are quite large. They have 3 cities at least. They've got Ashur, they've got Nineveh, and they've got Avaris, right? This little colony of theirs over here. So they've got at least 3 cities. Beyond that, they might have a 4th as well. They've got dominion over, I believe, what is modern-day Japan, right? It looks like it based on this little patch over here. So they might have a city on the islands over here potentially, but there might be 4 cities, but we know there's at least 3. And the cost of getting vassalage of an empire that large, I think, will still be over the 200 maximum war score. So even if we do our best in this war, it still won't be enough to make them our vassals, or so I feel. I can't be 100% sure without, kicking the war off, but I'm fairly confident in that assessment. So it's probably going to be 2 wars before we make them our vassals, and I honestly cannot wait to do that. I'm we've been wanting to make them our vassals for like millennia now, so it'll be nice to finally get it done. It's been a couple of eras, and they've just managed to slip past us. Not for too much longer, though. Folks, I just want to mention really quickly, right off the bat, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving your likes and comments down below. Again, they make a really big difference in just letting me know what y'all are interested in. I've actually started getting some suggestions with regards to what you might want to see in the future as, you know, follow-up playthroughs. I got an interesting suggestion for an attempt at recreating Turkey, perhaps. I'm always open. If you're familiar with the channel, you'll know this. If you're not familiar, you're about to learn it now. I'm always open to suggestions, ideas, and thoughts. It doesn't mean I'll necessarily take them on, but I always keep an eye out for them, and it's good to know what people are interested in seeing, and I can, you know, kind of adapt my approach accordingly. I want to mention as well, folks, if you aren't already in the Discord, don't hesitate to join in there either. It's a great place to hang out, share your thoughts and opinions, and just chill with some fantastic folks. Over 4,000 members in the Discord, linked in the description down below. Apart from that as well, of course, comments are also a great way to give me feedback, warnings, heads up, or thoughts and ideas about the playthrough that's ongoing, as well, as I'm sure many of you have caught on to already, if you aren't already aware of that. And one thing that many of you pointed out, and I think you're very much right, and I've been thinking this as well, but I've not been acting on it, but I think I really need to get on improving my economic base. I really need to build more harbors. I need to get some more market quarters down. I really need to work on how much money I'm making, because it's pitiful. In the medieval era, to only be making 19 gold per turn is pitiful. That's the word I'm going to use to describe my own current situation. We need to work on this urgently. I think once this library is done at Mohenjo-Daro, we'll go ahead and establish some market quarters around this harbor over here. We might even seek out maybe another harbor out over here somewhere. Man, these aren't ideal for placing market quarters, but we'll need to focus on making some money. At Mohenjo-Daro, also at Harappa, I believe we'll have the opportunity to build a couple of market quarters and harbors and the like. I do believe we've already built the yeah, we've got the levy administration already. We'll seek out more options, but we'll get on that. I just want to give you assurances that I've got my mind on that situation. Fear not. With that said, though, this is the end of the turn, so let's go ahead and hit that end turn button as we recruit these crossbows over here. I think we'll add 2 units of crossbows to this army, or maybe a unit of crossbows and a unit of pikemen, and then we'll go ahead and dive into war, I think, against the Achaemenid Persians, because they're going to keep harassing us. They're going to try and take these outposts from us. You can see down over here they have another army of 4 stack of largely immortals, if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves me right. But I'm not sure what they're up to here. I think last session as well we saw them take to the seas. Might have been with this unit though, and now they're back on land. I'm not sure what they're up to, but the uncertainty makes me nervous. The uncertainty is what makes me want to go to war with them. Military architecture research, meaning we can absorb cities. Tempting. Like I've been saying, Parsa and Hariganga, we might want to make into one city again, bring us into our city cap, right? This also gives us access to the trebuchet if we ever have to wait to actually establish them. And of course the fort as well, giving us extra combat strength in combat for units in or adjacent to the garrison district. But that's not what we're going to focus on immediately. Again, money, as you can see, we're literally a step away from going into a deficit, and I do not like that. Over to the tech screen, like I was saying previously, I think chivalry makes the most sense. While yes, maybe chivalry and the Mongols, historically speaking, don't align. Chivalry is, if I recall correctly, a French-born concept, or I should say a Frank-born concept, or a Frankish concept, if you will. I think the horse angle of it is a nice point of attachment for us from being the Mongols to yes, relying a little bit on stereotypes. I've seen your corrective comments with regards to our perception of the Mongols historically and their warring approaches. I do think, though, it still makes a nice kind of point of connection. So we'll go with chivalry next. It will also give us access to the hamlet, which, as I explained before, I do quite like as a building that you can, or a district that you can build. And after that, I mean, I do wonder if we chase after alchemy, perhaps. Alchemy giving us the apothecary and the alchemist's workshop, helping with science and helping with stability as well. Maybe not a bad idea. Or we could go with the guilds and get access to forests and saboteurs and things like that. You know what? I think guilds, maybe not a bad idea for the commodity market as well. +2 money per trader. Give us a little, jump start, I suppose. Might not be a bad idea as we wait for the next era to arrive, which shouldn't be too long from now either. We're very close to the Agrarian Star, close to the Scientist Star, and I do believe the Militarist Star, sorry, isn't too far away from us either. Parsa, let's go ahead and get ourselves the 4 turns. Do I want to... Doing something like absorbing a city is a really big step, you know? Hariganga is really small and in this little corner here. You know, I'm gonna hold off on it for just for a moment. I think I need a moment before I finally do it. But I think it's the right call. I think it is the right call. Where is my other unit of pikemen? Get you up over here. I think we'll just pay for you. I can wait 4 turns before declaring a fresh war. Why am I waiting over here? I think it's because I want to be able to produce more things around the same time, if that makes sense. And then we can do the absorbing later. Get a few more things built out, and then we can do the absorbing later. Though I need to keep in mind infrastructure versus district building if I'm going to do that. But I do think that's a reasonable approach to take. These guys are definitely going to retreat, and if they do, we have quite a few spots from which we could intercept them again. So that's not a problem. These guys down over here, you're fine. These guys over here, not sure exactly what you're up to, but as long as you don't engage our ship down over here, I'll be perfectly all right. Keep exploring on our way back. Again, we're just pulling these guys back to upgrade them to the quadrireme, and that way they should be able to stay in deep water for a bit longer, but I don't think it'll be for longer enough, so to speak. We'll see, though. Go ahead and chase after these guys, try and get them to retreat in this general direction. Hit them with the crossbows. Again, we'll have reinforcements, so it doesn't really matter. I was hoping they'd stand and fight, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious they weren't going to. They are getting a little too far away for us to chase with these guys. But our hordes over here should be... Oh, god damn it. They pulled back into their city limits, so we can't actually chase them down. Fair enough, fair enough. It is what it is. Not the end of the world. 2 sets of crossbows, 2 pikemen. Yeah, we should be good. Bring the hordes over as well. I'm thinking... Let's bring you over to here. Keep an eye out for what's going on over here. A little exposed down south over here is my concern because of these guys, right? Just a little worried about that. But I feel like if we apply enough pressure up north... we should be okay. If we apply enough pressure up north, we should be okay in drawing their attention up north when the time comes. I'm curious, actually, if we can take both Nineveh and Ashur at the same time. I don't think... Yeah, we might be able to, actually. If we have the Mongol hordes and the Samnaya at the same time up there at Nineveh, and then the Mongol hordes and the pikemen and crossbows at the same time at Ashur, we might be able to take both at around the same time. My concern is that if reinforcements arrive and they're a bunch of immortals, we'll be in trouble. So maybe I should be a bit more careful about that. I'm keeping these guys up here, though, just to block off an angle of approach. I might need to pull a retreat if something too aggressive comes towards us, but the idea is to try and hold those horses back. Yeah, you can hang tight over here. Got a couple of idle cities plus Chimnugger. Let's go ahead and, I think, work towards making some money over here as well. We've got a harbor. We've got spots for harbors up over here. I'm thinking harbor and then the market quarters, right? We could instead just put down market quarters plus 12 down over here. Not bad. Stability is looking pretty good. Yeah, sure. Plus 12 over here rather than wait. And then after that we can do the port and all that stuff, right? Go ahead and pop you down there. Looking pretty good overall. Fair enough. And then Harappa, let's go ahead and establish over here the fishmonger, giving us plus 3 money on harbor. I believe we have just the one harbor over here, right? With Harappa, I believe so. We could establish another one. 6 turns it'll take. Well, why don't we go ahead and start with the 2 turns on the fishmonger, giving us... How much more gold will that give us? Plus 3. Versus establishing one of these, plus 6, plus 3, plus 3. Okay, fine. Let's do the fishmonger, and then we'll get a second harbor, and that'll be like plus 6, right? I also really quickly want to check if we can get more Mongol hordes if we want, but I don't know if we do. Starting to get a little hard to manage, right? We do have the harbor we can establish up over here, and I figure we may as well. Oh my god, plus 33, are you kidding me? Question is where? I kind of like this as a spot for a harbor just because of how it's like kind of got this little, like, I don't know what to call it. It's like a little cove almost. Pop you down over there. Cool. Scout out for us as well and get us one step closer to a builder star too. Alright, good stuff. Are there more? It was actually brought up in the comments that I sometimes, and I know this, I do this, I'm aware, I sometimes ignore buildable options, and it can get a little annoying. My apologies. My apologies. I could establish this over here, make it easier to get onto the island. Plus 15 food either way, so yeah, sure, let's go ahead and do that. Poppy down there, we've got the influence. We got influence for days, right? And I do believe that's all of them that have the option to build stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Looks good. I wonder if, rather than the quarters here, if I recruit another unit, because I recall, and you might recall as well, that I'm a little worried that these guys might get a little aggressive over here. So you know what? What do we have here? Some Naya crossbow pikemen. Let's go ahead and get another unit of pikemen. Get you guys up there. Got that set. It'll take one turn. A one-turn delay for the extra money is not the end of the world. We've got a bit of a runway. What's going on at Harappa? A blossoming of beliefs. Religious feeling is strong across the empire, but that is not preventing discord from emerging from among the faithful. Great cities are finding themselves under the sway of diverse religious leaders who each see the standard creed with different eyes. New religious orders are emerging every year, and their influence is growing. What should you do with these groups? So if I'm going to fall back to the concepts of what's sort of going on, or not what is going on, but what is at the time maybe going on in the subcontinent, I feel like, let's see, dissolve. We are one faith and should not allow a fracturing of our religion. Influence. Each citizen must find their own way to the divine. We should be tolerant of religious interpretation or lead. As world leaders of the faith, it is our duty to strengthen it and keep it pure. I'm going to suggest, and by suggest I mean I'm going to go ahead and pick influence, I think, because if I again look back at, I mean, any of the faiths that are, I mean, you look at any faith across the board anywhere, really, you're going to get a lot of sects. You get a lot of various, approaches to the faith, and whether it's Hinduism or Jainism or Buddhism or later on Islam or Christianity, I mean, again, that holds true across the board. And I do think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a theologist or anything, right? I have a passing knowledge on some of these things. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think. Well, there's some examples where sects don't get along, but if I go back to our roots of Vedism, which is from where we kind of pulled our faith references in this game, I'm pretty sure there isn't too much infighting within the various sects of the faiths that were born out of Vedism, if I'm making sense. Like, I'm not sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be here, but I'm not sure. I don't think that, like, Shaivism, I'm butchering this pronunciation probably, and Vaishnavism, for example, are diametrically opposed. They believe different things, but it's not like end of the world different, you know? I think. I could be mistaken. I think influence is a fair call over here, though. I haven't even checked what these things do before making a call, so I'm not being, like, driven by numbers at all over here. So it's either plus 25% faith, same thing over here with fanatical, or tolerant, which is plus 5 faith for 10 turns. I think influence makes sense. Each citizen must find their own way to the divine. We should be tolerant of religious interpretation. I think it makes the most sense. And I'd be curious to hear about other perspectives as well, because I'm basing this off of, what I know. And like I always like to say, my knowledge of history is only as good as my sources, obviously, right? Like, and we all know how sources can change over time, and information and what we know changes over time as well. So, I mean, I could be a little off base, but y'all let me know. I'm going to go with influence, though. I think it makes the most sense based on my knowledge over here. Yeah. Go with that. Sounds good. And I believe that's our turn done. I'm still so happy that we got to crush the English. I mean, just got to eliminate an empire in general. It's a nice feeling. Fairly early on in the game, too. Normally, I get robbed of that pleasure. Got ourselves an agrarian star. Got ourselves some pretty aggressive, neighbors as well. See, this is what I mean about taking chances. I mean, these guys might be in a bit of trouble. Those are both immortals, I'm fairly certain. These guys are trying to keep us occupied down over here so that these guys have a bit of a field day, I think, is what's going on. We got ourselves an agrarian star, though. We are closer to builders. Athlete's not that far away either, and Scientist, I mean, within 4 turns we'll have. We're very close to the next era, actually. We might actually get the gunpowder before this next war kicks off, truth be told.
I have a notion which would benefit us both.
Yeah, it might benefit us both, but, I mean, I need a gift to go with it. Oh, I was so sure that time they were going to accept it. Nope, alright, fair enough. What do the Goths want?
What do you want now?
Oh, they're trespassing, are they? They're maxed out on their war support. I don't want to fight a war on 2 fronts. Not just quite now, considering our financial situation and the fact that our entire... Oh, military is over here. Look at that. Sneaky. Very, very sneaky. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. Because these guys don't have to worry about walls or anything like that. There is quite a bit going on over here. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. These guys all the way up over here. How long would it take you to get back? Is that 5 turns? 5 turns to get back? I should probably start moving sooner rather than later. Because it does look like Mohenjo-Daro might be lost. We've got 2,400 gold. Can I recruit? And if I do, who would I want to recruit? Immortals are, what, 33 combat strength. These guys all have a veterancy step as well. 33 combat strength, eh? Or to buy out. These guys cost the same, unfortunately. If they cost different amounts, then, you know, I could comfortably pick one over the other. I could get a couple of pikemen. Literally a couple. Oh man, I really was hoping I wouldn't have to rely on this. I've got levies that can kind of hold the line, but they'll get crushed by immortals in no time. So I was wondering if I want to get some crossbows instead, because then they can kind of stand back, fire safely. They don't have to worry about getting hurt in return, right? But I feel like pikes, at least they'll be able to go into defensive stance, and they'll be able to maybe hold out for long enough, right? It's a matter of time at that point. But this is definitely a threat. Don't misinterpret this. This is definitely a threat. Alright, let's go ahead and get some pikemen. A unit of pikes, 2 units of pikes. Getting very expensive. I mean, the other option is, of course, to get these guys out, right, and have them join in. They won't be able to make it in time, though. If I bring these Mongol hordes in, they'll be en route. They can't move the turn that you recruit them, and I expect war to begin next turn. Negative 43 gold is no joke. Can I afford 1125? Oh man. We'll have like 4 turns worth of money left, if even that. I'm gonna go ahead and get the crossbows. Yeah, let's go for it. Unit of pikes, unit of crossbows. Let's go ahead and get a couple more people making money over here. We need to counteract this situation. This is getting real messy. You guys are maxed out already. Down over here. And definitely pull some people over. Alright, science is looking okay still. Up over here. Pull some people over. Again, science is still looking fine. Buying ourselves some time over here. Where else are we looking? Plus Chimnagar. Bit of gold over here. Let's go for it. Cool. As long as we're making some money, and let's go ahead and pull these guys over. In a worst case scenario, if another war kicks off against the Goths as well, we're close. We're still nearby, right? But I want to make sure I'm moving towards the Persian front, as it were. This is not what I was hoping for. Meanwhile, over here, we have this mess as well. So we got 2 immortals, one of them with veterancy. We've got a unit of scouts up over here as well. These Mongol hordes can come up here to engage everybody and probably get these guys to retreat. Okay, and then down over here, these guys are isolated. Okay. I have way too many armies. I have way too many armies. Man.
You have my ear.
Things are about to blow up. Alright, let's go for it. Oh, no. They're in their territory. Okay, so we gotta go up over here. Still, it works out all the same, I think. If we need reinforcements, they are available, so there is that. In case there's something hiding in the fog of war over here. So yeah, let's go ahead and push up. And look at that. This battle could easily be much bigger than it appears to be. Will they retreat? Yes, they will. Okay, good. Pulling back into the safety of their... No, they're not. Okay, okay, very interesting. So I could force this battle. Again, it is dangerous for us because they are immortals, but can they really eliminate a unit? Can they really eliminate a unit? I don't think so. Down over here, we could probably get these guys to retreat and then crush them using our elephants as well. 8 Mongol hordes. If nothing else, we can merge them afterwards and save some money, right? I say we go for it. I say we go for it. Make it a manual battle, of course. See if we can't gain some food here, actually, with a victory and try and... what's the word I'm looking for? Try and end up with even more units, right? This is good, this is good.
I'm on it.
Yeah, sure. Trying to maximize our adjacency bonuses as well. Push you up there, I guess. So you'll have adjacencies, we have a spot over here. Cool. Of course, they're going to pull back, no surprise there, but they pull back off the high ground, so, you know, I don't know how much that benefits them. We can block off the reinforcements here, but again, I do think I want to actually try and work towards that militarist star. Let's push you up to here. Push you up to here. Again, not ideal, because we're giving up our high ground as well. Get those adjacency bonuses. Get you down to here. I might want to block this off. You got +3. I can get another unit over there for an extra bit of adjacency bonus. Get you down over here. Get you up over there. Get you over here. Come on. And then get you over here. Let's plug this up. 1v1, I don't think my Mongol hordes will have a good time. Here, at least, we've got, like, you know, again, the adjacency bonuses and all that working in our favor. Try and soften these guys up first. Go for it. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Go ahead and fire. Let's go. If I can eliminate them in this one turn, then I'll actually pull these guys back and let these guys spawn. Go ahead and fire away. Feeling good though. Yeah, I think we got this just fine without losing any units. That's the important thing to keep in mind. When I say something like, "Oh man, I hope we've got this," it's not like, yeah, okay, victory is assured here, but I want to make sure we're not losing units needlessly. You know. Go ahead and fire away. And these guys both have the option to fire as well still. So pull you back. Send you up. Fire away. Good stuff. Good stuff. Really back them into a corner over here, eh? Putting the name Immortal to the test. Ah, they'll just barely survive, but I think that's okay. In case they don't survive, let's go ahead and pull back to... let's go ahead and pull back to... here, so these guys don't have full freedom of movement. And let's fire away. And see what we get. If this doesn't eliminate them, which it didn't, that's fine. I think we can still reach up there. We'll find out in just a moment. Pull you up to here, push you up to there, cool, and finish them off. Mongol hordes, man, they're powerful. They are powerful. This ability to move multiple times and stuff is huge. But there we go, that's one unit dead. Oh, you know what? Right. Oh, I always forget. Goddamn, it goes both ways. It's not just for myself, it also applies to the enemy. But nonetheless, that went favorably. I'm just glad we won. Go ahead and attack you guys over here. You'll retreat, of course. How far will you get? And will my Samnaya here be able to chase you down? This is something that bothers me. It's like it's almost like working in their favor. They're retreating so far into my territory. It's almost working in their favor, you know? If their plan was to set Sad Sud alight, then they've just been assisted by that retreat. We should be able to auto-resolve this. Okay, good. I'd be upset if we lost to Samnaya. Again, we can't recruit any replacements, right? Down over here, let's keep moving up. Again, scout a little bit. We just have to get up to here to upgrade to the quadrireme. But I do want to see what these Achaemenid, Persians are up to. Because they're up to something. I don't like it. They're up to something. Get you up to here. 3 turns until these guys are out. This harassment really does stress me out, though. This stresses me out as well. But hopefully the setbacks over here will make them hesitate on this declaration of war. coming. It's right around the edge. Okay, good. They've pulled back. They've seen our defenses. They've pulled back. I'm almost tempted to disband these guys. That's 2,000 gold down the drain, though. That's no joke. That's no joke. Oh, hello. These guys are actually pushing in. Interesting. What's the deal here? It's just the one unit of immortals? No, it's the horsemen. Okay, fair enough. We'll deal with that in a moment. First thing I want to do is over here with Harappa. I want to go ahead and establish, I think, the harbor, right? 6 turns it'll take. We can actually establish a couple. Why don't we go ahead and establish this one over here, right at the mouth of the river? I believe our stability is okay. We'll be fine. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. You're still working on that. These guys are still... Why don't we go ahead and pop you... That's funny. They can't go back to their original location. Oh, I guess because they gotta get onto the river as opposed to... Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Not the end of the world. We're fine. You guys hang tight over here, eating up all of our money. These guys, let's pull you up to here, yeah. Again, wanting to see what these guys are up to a little bit. You know, almost tempted to check out the archipelagos up over here before we get ahead of ourselves. 180 gold. Not my favorite move, I'll be honest with you. Not my favorite move. And what are these guys looking like? I guess I can't see our food situation until after this battle. Let's manual battle it just in case. I mean, I'm not sure if any reinforcements are going to arrive and surprise us. I think we'll be okay. Push all these guys up. Come on. Push all these guys up. Yeah. No. Yeah. There we go. I think we've got all the adjacency bonuses we can get. Of course, they're going to move first. I would assume they're going to be aggressive about this. They are the attackers. I'd be a little surprised if they decided to sit back. There we go. Going around the bend. Not a problem. We've still got like a full encirclement almost. Easy enough to do if we wanted to. These guys don't stand a chance. Let's go ahead and get you over to here. Get the adjacency bonuses going, right? Do not underestimate the adjacency bonuses. A +1 might seem like nothing, but it actually makes a very big difference in the range of damage that a unit can do. A very big difference, actually, in the range of damage that comes out. We get that +5. Look at that +5. Go for it. Fire away, soften these guys up, and the rest shouldn't have any trouble finishing them off. There we go. See, I don't trust the AI to do these kinds of things, right? When you auto resolve, so I suspect we take more damage and we get put into a worse situation as a result. And that obviously makes me nervous. Victory is ours. Good stuff. Up over here, meanwhile, let's go ahead and get the Samnaya chasing. This, I think we can auto-resolve. This, I wouldn't have any trouble with auto-resolving, but of course they're going to retreat. Don't know if we'll be able to chase them. Nah, don't think so. Getting far enough away from us. These guys over here. And these guys over here. Alright, why don't we go ahead and chase you with our Mongol horde. Get them to retreat. I mean, again, like... all this is doing is aggravating the other party. You know, the grievances are stacking up, nothing else. Our war scores are already maxed out. Forces are all the way over here. In a way, this is working out for us because some Naya are being pulled towards where we might need reinforcements. So I'm not too upset about that. Keep these guys at bay. Let's go. Retreat. Go on. Yeah, not surprised. They're going to come up over here or up over there. Yeah, it's kind of funky. A little strange. Not the end of the world, though. All the way up over there. What are you guys up to? Moving even further north? Yeah, see, like, I feel like that retreat worked in their favor. They might just be moving towards Avaris instead. So, okay, fair enough. These guys are poking their heads out again. Nothing happening down over here. Let's see if the quadrireme can scooch up and see what's going on. Again, we want to be careful over here because a battle at sea is not one that we can win. Not too easily, at least. How long until... one more turn until these guys are here. Okay, fair enough. So we should maybe get ready to fight this war. Pull you guys forward. These guys will move in as well. These guys can kind of apply some pressure over here, I suppose. This might be pressure enough. Actually, though, I think they can get up to Talitha. So let's go ahead and get ourselves up over there and down over here. And that way they can't ransack this right off the bat or anything like that. Let's go ahead and get our war elephants moving in like so. I'm not sure where their other army is. Oh, would you look at that? They're going to retreat right through it, aren't they? No, they retreated last turn. Wonderful. Auto-resolve this. We should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. I always get so nervous. I wouldn't mind picking that curiosity up for ourselves. I also wouldn't mind actually merging these guys together. Right, because we have 5 slots now. So we could actually merge these guys together and save a bit of money, because upkeep cost multiplies, or I shouldn't say multiplies, I'm not sure exactly the formula that's applied, but it increases based on how many armies you have. So having fewer stacks helps keep costs in check. I'm almost gonna, you know what, I'm gonna hang tight over here.
Patrolling as ordered.
No, you know, I lied. I think I should try and eliminate these guys. The fewer units they have when the war begins, the better it is for us. So, I do think I'm going to take advantage of our opportunities here. Push you over there. They might pull back. We should have access to our reinforcements, though. And we'll pull those reinforcements out first, because I think I've learned my lesson. Come on. Come on. There we go. Where are you? Are you hiding behind your walls somewhere? No, they're just over here. Fair enough. Move in. The river's going to be a little unfortunate for us. Not the end of the world, but it is annoying. Pull you up to here. Pull you up to... Again, trying to get those numerical stacks going here. The adjacency bonuses. Oops. Go ahead and get you out here. Alright, good stuff. Go ahead and get you out here. Get that +5 from friendly units. Fire away. Now, unfortunately, they do have the forest, so that should be giving them some protection from ranged fire, right? The +4 from tree cover. So that doesn't work in our favor, obviously. Let's move you. It's all rivers everywhere. Fire away. Soften them up. At least soften them up so that when they attack, at least they'll be a little bit weaker. Fire away. And we can, of course, cycle units in and out as well, right? Those that have fired can pull back, and those that haven't can push in. In fact, what I could do is I could pull you up, you back, you in, get off of that river tile so I don't get that negative, right? And fire away. Very, very minute adjustments. That really doesn't do much damage, does it? That really doesn't do much damage. Go ahead and pull you back to here. Get you down to there. Get you over to there. Get you up there. +4, we're missing someone up over there. We could get... nope, no one. Fair enough. You've already fired, haven't you? You have. So why don't we pull you up to there. And then you can fire down here. Get that... Oh, right, of course. They're... My bad, that was silly. It's +4 either way because I'm relying on the same adjacency. Either way, that works out. We can pull these guys down to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And fire from here. Good enough. Fire away. Got these guys just in time. Go ahead and pull you out to the river. Pull you down here. And these guys should finish the job off, I think, with that +5 from friendly units. Go for it. Nice and easy. Oh, come on! I got too cocky. I deserve that. I got too cocky. Fair enough. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Now, fortunately, we can heal. This is our territory, so we can heal just fine. I'm not going to spend money to heal when we have so little money. But, damn. It would have been nice to not take any damage. And how many units do these guys have?
These Greeks. I would be more afraid of their wit and their words than of their troops.
We've finally come across the Greeks.
Help me make this.
Yeah. Where are you? Where are you, Greeks? There they are. Right around where Greece would be. Fair enough. Okay. Not too close to us, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's not for too long. These Goths, I'm surprised they're still alive. I mean, they must have some good friends or something. I mean, I don't know why no one's decided to finish them off, you know? What's the deal up over here? These guys are coming up over here. Can we go ahead and pick this up, please? I'll take it. Honestly, I'll take the money. These guys will group up, and then down over here, the reason why our money's taking such a hit is because of this extra stack. And then the extra unit as well in general, but let's go ahead and dive in. You can see that helps, right? Can we actually redistribute? No, I mean, we can, but not worth it. Do I want to pull these guys back? I can't go in there because that would be a declaration of war. This is their city. So why don't we go ahead and... we could hold our ground over here, force these guys to have to go through us if they want to take... if they want to try and strike at Mohenjo-Daro. Not a terrible idea. Like, try and stay put over here, basically. Or over here, even. Mohenjo-Daro could establish a garrison up over here. 3 turns it'll take. It'll help with stability. We can't afford to pay for it, but when the war kicks off, I think this will come in handy. Fair enough. Out over here. More of the same. I'm almost now tempted to get to the next era before declaring this war against the Achaemenid Persians. Full stack over here, but they can't move. If I wait until next turn, I can probably hit Ashur right away. Take 1 city. Shortly thereafter, hit Nineveh. 4 Mongol hordes. Sorry about that edit. Sirens wailing outside. Doesn't matter how much you try and soundproof a room. Sirens will cut through, like, without hesitation, unless it's like industrial soundproofing, which, you know, that's a whole other story. Why don't we go ahead and actually eliminate this unit just to make our life a little bit easier when we strike at Ashur. And then eventually, yes, Nineveh as well. You know, I wouldn't mind... Of course, they're going to retreat. I was going to say, I wouldn't mind if the game had something like a ledger or something, so you could keep an eye on what the enemy actually has. Like a rough estimate. I'm so curious how many units they're able to sustain, you know, between their colony of Avaris, let's call it, and Ashur and Nineveh and all that over here. So very curious. I'm also curious if we'll actually even see this growth happen for these Mongol hordes before we enter the next era. But I am going to wait until next turn, I think, before declaring this war, just so all of our units are able to make their moves. And because I'm so certain that these guys are going to get aggressive at the same time, I'm going to, yes, keep these guys over here. I could, like, guarantee you they're just waiting for a declaration of war before making a move. Guarantee you. We're going to go around, because I don't want to pick a fight with this boat over here. We'll go around the side and see what's going on up over here, right? You guys are going to hang tight, heal up a little bit. That's the turn done. Would you look at that? Chivalry has been researched. We have access now to the knights. I don't think, actually, we'll assign to star research. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think horsemen are the ones that can upgrade to knights, if memory serves me right. Which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind having access to some knights, actually. They are quite capable, especially in such open fields, right? But I think at the same time, there's the affordability question, obviously. Money's not looking too good right now. Money's not looking too hot. Harappa is building this harbor. Up over here, Mohenjo-Daro is building... Yeah, I'm okay with that. What if we go ahead and do this merge right now? Just see how much that affects our money. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, fair enough. Pastumnagar, you can actually build something. Why don't we go ahead and establish... Yeah, see, stability is dropping now, so we just got to keep an eye on that before we overdo it. Get you down up over here. And that should help a little bit, right? We can also shift a couple people around as well. Like, what if we did this? Still +1 in 1 turn, right? A little bit more money. I need a bit more of a buffer here. I don't think I've treated money with enough care. I think I'm might have caused myself some trouble over here. Anyway, it is the turn, I think, where we declare war. I mean, we were very close to the next era. Funnily enough, we might actually enter the next era in the middle of this war, so I want to make sure we do at least some conquering as the Mongols, right? I feel like it's something we wanted to take on, was the militarist nature of the Mongol people. And yes, we've fought a lot, but we haven't conquered much, and I do think it's time to do a bit of conquering. So let's go ahead and make our move over here. This could be a big mistake. We could very well see aggression from Avaris that takes Intan and Grafias away from us, but hopefully this little contingent over here will be able to respond if need be. We can also, in an emergency, in a pinch, not raise any more Mongol hordes because we're nowhere near the population requirement. Okay, we can get some over here. So they're close. It's not too far away. So in a worst case scenario, we can bring some more hordes up over here to help against any potential surprises waiting for us up at Avaris. With that said, let's go ahead and open hostilities, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and push you guys down again. These aren't full stacks, but they'll do the trick. Am I fine waiting outside their walls with our crossbows And with our Mongol hordes, I should be A-okay. That one unit of horde is too far away, but that's alright, I think. I think that'll be okay. Again, I might be able to use them against Nineveh. I might be able to use them to push these guys back. We'll see. But nonetheless, we're going to start affecting war support and war score and all that, right? Oh, actually, before I declare this war, let's just very quickly take a look at our options here. Geez, in like a couple of turns, we'll be shifting towards gunpowder warfare, right? So why don't we go ahead and take on what? Great Fish Market. That way we can get that +4 money on Harbor. It's very fitting as well for the subcontinent, very heavy on... there's a lot of seafood. Fish is a very focal point, especially of where Harappa was established. So we'll get the Great Fish Market from the Seafaring Mastery. It'll also get us... you will get the tech sooner, so we can move on to gunpowder warfare even sooner after the technology has been researched and after the next era has been entered. With that said, let's go ahead and declare this war, beginning with the conquest of Ashur. Absorbing cities is going to come in handy. Very much so. Let's declare this war. Finally, hopefully, make a significant dent in the Achaemenid Persian Empire. Alright, looking pretty good. We do have our reinforcements coming through. These guys have what? They've got all of their levies, no reinforcements. Those immortals didn't make it as a part of this. We could wait 2 turns to get a trebuchet. These trebs are very valuable. They can cause a fair bit of damage, not just to the walls, but also to the people that are hiding behind them. But I don't think we need to do that. Got the crossbows that can cause a fair bit of damage. 5 of them to take care of. The worst thing that could happen is that they do send in a bunch of reinforcements. That's like the worst thing that could happen. So why don't we go ahead and, yes, assault. I really hope I don't regret that decision. Of course, it'll be a manual battle. And let's go ahead and... I mean, this is not a bad spot, actually, for them to establish themselves. Like this river, we're going to be taking the negatives from the river across the board, basically. I could maybe take advantage of this high ground. If I'm so fortunate that they deploy in this kind of region. They'll probably deploy back over here, though. It would be wise of them to do. So we'll have to move up to deal with that, but I think this is a decent starting deployment. If we need reinforcements, we can always get them, of course. Let's go for it. Oh, would you look at that? They've actually deployed down over here as well. Beautiful. So we should be able to fire from up over here. Oh, we can't. Alright, we can hit these guys, though, and these guys. So what's the deal here? Can we move up to here? No, we'd have to move all the way out to, like, here or something. Maybe out to here? Okay, fair enough. Not the end of the world. Why don't we go ahead and pull these guys up to... here, let's say, just to get these guys an extra bonus from the friendly units around them. I could do the same with some of these other riders too, right? Pull you up to... let's pull you up to here. Get that +4. Don't know how much of a difference it's making right now, truth be told. Send you up to there. These guys can come down here and fire. They can come... yeah, they'd have to come down there to fire, wouldn't they? Or they can fire from there as well. Fair enough, sure. Let's go ahead and fire from the high ground over here. Ooh, bigger damage over here. Why is that? Oh, these guys are getting a bonus from the district they're on. Alright, well then might as well whittle these guys down a little bit further, right? Go for it. I forgot how fun it was to fire crossbows. I forgot how fun it was to fire crossbows. Okay, beautiful. Oh, these guys are able to fire now. That was so weird. I'm not sure what was going on there, but hey, I'll take it. Damn, it would be nice to finish these guys off, wouldn't it? But hey, let's just soften these guys up a little bit as well. I could get some more adjacency bonuses. Let's pull these guys over. Pull these guys over here, sure. Whatever little benefit that gives us, right? Just trying to minimize the damage we take, because we are... oh, I see what's going on. These guys are blocking my shot entirely, eh? That's strange. Never... not seen that before, I don't think. We've been able to fire over, maybe because it's cavalry or something. Right, let's pull these guys back. Let's pull these guys over. Oh, you can't move anymore, can you? Beautiful. That's the punishment I deserve. That's the punishment I deserve. Send you forward. Alright. Okay. We'll be fine. These guys can all go into defensive stances as well. That's okay. These guys, I think I might want to actually do that. Just go into defensive stance. And prevent anything too wild from going down over here. We can't let the next turn begin, I think, because they'll send in some reinforcements, and I don't think it'll just be this unit over here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and at least use our Mongol hordes to fire away. Soften these guys up a little bit there. A little bit more over here. With melee, we can eat damage, at least with range, that's not the case. Pull you back, send you in, fire away at these guys as well. Still get to whittle them down a bit, right? Can we actually? It's almost like, what's the point, right? We take not too much damage, but like, why take any at all? Why take any at all? I suppose rather than do nothing for this entire turn, we can pull these guys out here and at least fire at these guys. It's something. Ah, we dragged these guys in, didn't we? Just pushed a little too far out. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. If these guys want to step out, then so be it. You know, leave your walls behind. I welcome it. And that is the round done, I believe. Yep. Yep, get these guys into defending. Good stuff. Yeah, these guys don't stand a chance. I'm like fighting too much. It's just that I wanted to minimize the damage, and you can see like that's not insignificant. That is about 50% health, right? Like it's not insignificant. These guys did actually decide to pull out from behind the safety of their walls, so I mean, hey, you do you, I guess. And again, we do want to be quick about it, right? We want to finish this within 3 rounds, so we have to be careful about that as well, because we don't want them to be able to bring in reinforcements. Let's not forget that aspect of it. From up over here, we should be able to slaughter quite a few of these guys, actually. Can you? No. Okay, why don't we go ahead and fire away and eliminate these guys first. Done. These guys... I guess I could fire away and then send a Mongol horde in to finish the job off. There we go. Bring you in like this. Finish the job. Beauty. Come on now. There it is. These guys down over here. We could finish these guys off with this Mongol horde. These guys could fire over here. So sure, let's go ahead and finish you off. There it is. Soften these guys up. These guys over here could ride all the way to here and soften these guys up a bit further, actually. Almost eliminate them, even. And then we could actually probably get into their walls. Fire away. Beauty, come on. Oh, damn it. I was really hoping we'd crush them. That's okay. We can hop in over here. Go for it. The city's ours. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. We could finish these guys off. We could hurt these guys. We can't finish them off. Let's push up to here. And let's go into defensive stance. Actually, you know what? Sure, let's finish these guys off. How much damage could we possibly take? Oh my god, quite a bit, actually. I might be overthinking it, but I do get worried about Immortals, as you've seen. They're terrifying. But victory is ours. Victory was, I think, always assured. And we've got our militarist star over here. Excellent. That does allow us to get into the next era if we want to. You know, that was actually quite good. That was actually quite good. Surely I can't. Yeah, okay. I was like, I can't attach it until we've actually won this war. We can't. Yeah, I just saw the symbol and I was like, hang on a second. Jumping the gun a little bit, game. Jumping the gun a little bit. Alright, that went well. Unfortunately, because these guys got dragged into that battle because of my movement out to the side here, they're actually not free to move anymore, so we can't use them to strike at Nineveh at the same time. However, the conquest of Ashur has reduced their war support by a significant amount. -8 from the loss and the -4 from each city that we end up occupying, right? So that's going to stack up real fast. I do wonder if I actually want to kind of push up over here and chase after Avaris as well. We've got a very comfy spot here, which is why I'm kind of like hesitant to do that. And if we do see an attack coming towards Mohenjo-Daro, we can pull back and defend it, right? Like that option is there for us. Money's looking all right, plus 96. Reparations, when they come in, will be quite nice as well. When they come in. Not if, but when. And we could, of course, get a harbor down as well. Oh, right, of course, all the way down over... Oh, my God, plus 27 food, plus 7 science? Are you kidding me? That's a definite yes, right? I'd be a fool not to. I'd be a fool not to. Well, let's go for it. And then we'll chase after the fish market and stuff like that as well to make money off of the harbors, These guys are almost done as well. We have a couple of idle units. Let's go ahead and push you up this way, please. Or push you up this way. No, don't go up there. Don't go up there. It's a dead end. Damn it. Trying to stay alive over here. And this is hilarious. The fact that we actually have... Oh, you know what? That must be because of Asher. Yes. But you see, they do have something else in the middle over here. This has not been annexed. So either there's a thin strip connecting it to Nineveh, which doesn't look to be the case, or there is another city over here. How big? How big are these guys? Also, I guess I made a mistake. War score can be above 200. Dang, alright, we should capture more of their cities and try and vassalize them. I think the threshold will probably be at 300 or so. We might still not be able to pull it off, but we can try. We can try. We'll definitely get Nineveh. Not this turn, though, obviously. What else is going on over here? These guys are still hanging tight, costing me a lot of money, but hopefully keeping our border there secure. There's our next era option. I mean, okay, so what are we looking at here as far as timing? I think we're the first ones to get here, and we're actually very close to first place as well. Remind me later is what I'm going to say for now. I'm fairly certain. Oh no, you know what? Of course, the Poles and the Dutch, they're already in the early modern era. Yikes, so we are a bit behind. We are a bit behind. That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't remember the Poles and the Dutch being in the medieval era, but hey, good for them, I guess. No, they are very much in the early modern era. And again, the early modern era is what will give us access to gunpowder. And of course, as we enter the early modern era, we will be, of course, going with the Mughals. They're the only option that makes sense over here. The Mughals are builders, so they get the most from building districts, and it's all about industry from Jama Masjid over here. I can't tell you what Jama means right off the top of my head. Can't remember, but Masjid means it's a mosque. Jama. Isn't there like one specific Jama Masjid in like Delhi or something, in New Delhi? I thought. Maybe I'm mistaken. But anyway, sorry. There's that, and then there's the Gajna, which is, I mean, look at this thing. It's a natural evolution of our Samnaya. It is the natural evolution of the Samnaya. With artillery mounted on the back of the elephant, the Gajna is a swift, terrifying addition to Mughal forces. I am very excited to have this bad boy up and running. And plus, look at the illustration. Just such a beautiful looking unit. But yeah, the Mughals are the ones that make the most sense. They're the only ones that make sense for our line of thinking. But I guess my question is, do I dive into the Mughals right off the bat over here, or do I hang tight and try and acquire a bit more fame in this era? If we build just one more district, like one of the harbors that we have going, just one more district, we'll gain 78 fame. Yeah, it's not a lot, but you know what? It puts us into first place. And then we can enter the next era and then do the whole song and dance, right? But the other benefit, of course, of staying in this era is from a storytelling perspective, it'd be nice to crush the Achaemenid Persians as the Mongols, right? After all that harassment that was going on. What I think I'll maybe do, and I turn to you guys in the comments for your thoughts and opinions, is what I think I'll maybe do is wait until this 5 turns is done, wait until we get Seafaring Mastery, and then we'll go ahead and take as much fame as we've got from this era and as much territory as we get from this era, and we'll shift on over to the early modern era as the Mughals and continue our journey at that point in time in the new era. So I think we'll wait until Seafaring Mastery is done, because that way, as soon as we enter the next era, we can dive right into gunpowder warfare immediately. And, you know, I think actually we would want to try and get to... Oh, no, you know, that's further down, I think. There is a technology that we want further down that gives you extra fame as well, if memory serves me right, and I can't remember... Okay, no, I think I'm. Oh, there's movable typeface, but that's not the one I was thinking about. Yeah, I'm thinking what we might want to do is, you know, rather than Seafaring Mastery, I should have gone with Alchemy. But we've already made our decision, even though we haven't spent the research in it. I should have gone with Alchemy, because then we could have rushed towards movable typeface as well. But no, Gunpowder Warfare, and then we'll consider movable typeface. And if we wait until, you know, 5 turns are done, as soon as we enter the next era, we can start doing that, and that'll be all well and good. Folks, this is, however, where we're going to be calling it a session. Next session, we'll be kicking things off by conquering Nineveh and a vast tract of land over here, and we'll maybe even make a move towards Avaris and see what we can do with the accumulated Persians. Maybe take some territory and vassalize them, maybe just vassalize them. We'll see. But folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a no! Oh, how dare they! Oh, how dare they! Now that's scary for a couple of reasons. There was a lot of armies at Hecatompylos. Hecatompylos? Oh, that worries me. It also upsets me because how long was I eyeing this peninsula here? That is problematic for a few reasons. Alright, next session is going to be a bit more cagey than I'd expected. But folks, like I was saying just moments ago, if you enjoyed this session, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in letting me know that y'all are enjoying what's going on the channel, that you'd want to see more of it, more things like it. And again, if you have any suggestions, thoughts, opinions, advice, feelings, I read all the comments, and I do try to take them all to heart. And I do try to act on them as best as possible when possible. Folks, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.